year. And they're missing 7 players tonight, but they are getting a big spark. Modest Buzelis is making his Ignite debut. He played a couple of exhibition games for the squad in September, but he dealt with an ankle injury. He makes his G League Ignite debut, and he's going to be a fun player to watch, a guy that will be in the 2024 NBA draft. Stockton Kings also missing players. Only 8 active tonight for Stockton on the second night of a back-to-back. Here's London Johnson. He struggled last game, and he turned that one over, but he tracks it back down off a tough pass. Here's Jenkins with the drive and finish. John Jenkins was very effective in the loss last night. He got it going from downtown, too. We knocked down 6 triples. 28 points for him. Here's Goodwin from beyond the arc. That's no good, and Johnson tracks it down. A flying solo tonight. No Morgan Reagan. She has some broadcast work up in Sacramento for Kings Nuggets. Jenkins' tough jumper is on the way and in. So quick. 4 points. Burton lines up a 3. That's no good. Jenkins, jumper is on the way. That time it's no good. The quick outlet to Kalob Ledoux. He had 5 dimes last night in Stockton's win. Ford in the corner. That's a good sign for Stockton. Jordan Ford really bounced back in the win last night, leading the team in scoring. They're going to need a big night from him in this one. He's got a 2-way deal with the Sacramento Kings. He contests that shot, but London Johnson knocks it down. London was just 1 of 11 last night. Gets off to a much better start in this one. 1 for 1. Burton. Aggressive, and he is fouled by Gilder. Deontay Burton, when he's aggressive, good things happen for the Stockton Kings. It'll be Kings possession with 14 on the shot clock. Stockton Kings, the G League affiliate of the Sacramento Kings. The Ignite, not affiliated with any team. It's a great program that's been around for a while as Comanche goes to beat the shot clock. No good. But it's a program that provides a professional path for the next generation of basketball prospects. And they have had some success in recent years in the NBA draft with prospects making it to the NBA. In fact, 10 different Ignite alum have been drafted to the program's inception. And Gilder knocks down the triple. A 9-3 start for the Ignite. Comanche inside finishes strong. Nice job by Chance, and the youngster Ron Holland did a nice job trying to take that blow from Comanche. Johnson, that's another turnover for him and a foul on that play. London Johnson in his 2nd season with the Ignite. Thought last second he could drop it off to his teammate Almanza, but led to a turnover. Chance Comanche was in training camp with the Sacramento Kings. Goodwin, nice pass to the corner. Here's Burton attacking the reverse. Oh, getting crafty with it. Nice finish by Deontay Burton. 9-7. Kings down by 2. Almanza to the corner. Nice pump fake. Steps into a jumper for Jenkins. No good. Stockton 4-4 on the season. They've won a few games in a row here on the home floor as Ford takes it to the cup. And Jason Hart, the head coach of G League Ignite, has seen enough. He wants to talk things over. 8:24 to go. We're tied up at 9 apiece. You're 32 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. As you see the 3 refs stretching it out before the game. It's a good test for the Stockton Kings as Gilder short on that three-point attempt, and Burton's able to grab that rebound. This Kings team playing shorthanded, and that's part of being in the G League, right? You're going to have some nights where guys are called up. You've got Colby Jones and Jalen Slauson back in Sacramento. A couple of guys out due to injury. Ford's shot is knocked away, and it'll stay with Stockton. But it's a good opportunity for guys to get some extended minutes in, just from a mental standpoint, to fight through the fatigue factor. Playing the second night of a back-to-back against the same team, it's not going to be easy. It also allows other guys to get minutes and spots that they normally don't get. You know, Dane Goodwin has been in and out of the rotation at times, and here he is tonight inbounding and starting this game for the Stockton Kings. Ledoux handles. No good. Comanche second chance. What a rejection by Almanza. Johnson to Holland, and he is fouled. Impressive defense by Almanza as Jason Hart, the Ignite head coach in his third year, looks on. He has to love what he saw from the 18-year-old from Spain on that last possession, and Holland on the other end attacks. And Holland misses the free throw. The free throw situation in the G League a little different than maybe you are used to. In the G League, you get one free throw for 2 points, or if it's a 3-point foul, 1 for 3. Still a lot of pressure on those free throws. Second chance, miss. Comanche gets a third chance. Kicks it out to Ledoux, and he traveled as he put the ball on the floor. Lindsey Harding in her first year as Stockton Kings head coach, and she spent 4 seasons as an assistant in Sacramento with the Kings. She also played in the WNBA. She was the #1 pick in the 2007 draft. Just a baller. Naismith College Player of the Year, too. And she's getting the opportunity to coach in the G League for the first time. Kind of quiet start for both teams early on. Almanza with the drive, and he is fouled by Comanche on the drive. Pick and roll situation, and Comanche got caught swiping down. His first foul of this game as Almanza heads to the line to shoot 1 for 2. Another one of the prospects on the G League Ignite who's projected to be a lottery pick in the 2024 NBA draft. One opportunity is for these young players to start their professional journey now so they are better prepared to play at the next level in the NBA. Good ball movement for Stockton. Ford. Burton back to Ford. 5 on the shot clock. Ford's got to make something happen. He creates space, goes off the glass and in for George Ford. Just making something happen. And quickly the other way is Gilder. Off the glass, no good. And Ledoux tracks it down. Ledoux attacking. Ledoux all the way. 13-11. The pace starting to pick up now. Holland. He didn't shoot a 3 last night and misses on that attempt. Ledoux attacking yet again. Tough shot, no good. Nice defense by the Ignite. Holland, he's dangerous in transition. Misses on that attempt, and Almanza flies in there for the second chance. Johnson for 3. It's in. London Johnson buries the triple. Much better start for him in the early going of this one. Ledoux answers with his own 3. 16-14, the Kings on top. Just past the halfway point of this first quarter in Stockton. Here's Johnson. Nice fake. and he gets it to go. London Johnson had 2 points last night. Averages 7.5 on the season. Well, he's got 7 here in the first. Comanche. Ledoux in the corner again. Misses. Rebounds loose, and Jenkins was able to control it. 16 apiece. Holland, what a move. And a nice finish for Ron Holland. His first 2 points of the game. Ron Holland, 18 years old, listed at 6'8", 206. Some of the mock drafts have him as the #1 pick in the 2024 draft. Burton from downtown. Here's London Johnson again. Oh, London Johnson is feeling it here in the first quarter. 10 points for him after that jumper, his second 3 of the game, and there he is, forcing a turnover. Holland has it out to Johnson. The drop off to Gilder, and London Johnson is feeling good in this one. What a difference 24 hours makes. 1 of 11 last night. 0 for 5 from 3. Well, tonight, he's got 10 points in the opening quarter and doing it on Ignite. The first of its kind team dedicated to developing top young prospects preparing for the NBA draft. So they have a mix of young players. In addition to that, you've got some vets on this team to help things out, including one player who just checked in, Norris Cole, 2-time NBA champion with the Miami Heat in his second game. We're also seeing the debut of Modest Buzelis, who just checked in. A lot of excitement around him at 6'10". We have not seen him play since a couple of scrimmages against the NBL's Perth Wildcats in September. He's been out with an ankle injury, but another player that is projected to be one of the top picks in the draft. He's number 13 in white. Stockton Kings have 8 players tonight, and they've used all 8. Stevens is in. Ledoux drives and takes it all the way to the cup. So the lineup for Stockton features Kalob Ledoux, Jake Stevens, Christian Terrell, Kalob Ledoux, and Dane Goodwin. Stevens did not play last night. Buzelis, first time he touches the rock, drives, misses on that attempt. He's got good size, but he's got guard skills. Ball is loose, and it'll go to G League Ignite. It's a loose ball foul on Ledoux. He lost the ball and made contact with Cole, so Ignite will have possession, and Stockton has 4 turnovers here in the early going. Smith, he's in the game for the first time, short on that shot as Stockton went into his zone. Darland did a good job attacking that gap, but unable to convert with Smith, and a foul on the other end. So right now for G League Ignite, you've got a couple of vets out there in Gilder and Cole, but some young players featuring Smith, Tyler Smith, 19 years old. You've got the 19-year-old Modest Buzelis making his debut today in the G League. You got Jerry Darland into the game. He's 18. So a lot of young talent out there for the Ignite. Tied up at 23 apiece. Buzelis thought about the 3. He's got a size advantage on Ledoux. Gives to Gilder, to the corner. The 3's on the way, no good. Ball is loose, and Ledoux has it. And a turnover. Gilder with the jam in transition. So another turnover for Stockton leads to a bucket for the Ignite. 5 turnovers turned into 8 points for the Ignite. 25-23. Labussiere goes to work on Buzelis. Tough shot, no good. And Darland has it. Smith. Turnaround jumper is smooth. Smith with some nice touch on that shot, and the Ignite lead by 4. 90 seconds to play. Here's Stevens. Ball's knocked away, stays with it, goes to the right side and converts. Buzelis fakes the 3, drives, and Labissiere is called for a foul. Deontay Burton back into the game for the Stockton Kings. He got off to a really strong start. 5 points for him. And Kalob Ledoux checks out. Nice first quarter, 9 points, 4 rebounds. Played 11 minutes in this first quarter. Darlin. 5 on the shot clock. Nice pass to Gilder. Buzelis launches. The 3's on the way, and it's in. Matas Buzelis, his first points in the G League. Guy his size, shooting touch, guard skills. It's going to be really fun to see him this season with this Ignite program. London Johnson has checked back in for the Ignite. 10 points for him in the first quarter. 30-point quarter for the Ignite on the second half of back-to-back. Here's Burton attacking. Burton, a beautiful move to the basket. Buzelis fakes the 3 this time. Sees that double team coming and gets it to Darlin. Darlin back to Buzelis. Great ball movement. This young team sharing the ball. Smith misses a 3, but great ball movement for the Ignite. .20 seconds to go in this first quarter. Terrell has it for Stockton. Went to Sac State. Here's Labissiere, played for the Sacramento Kings. Shot clock winding down. It's at 3. Labissiere, tough look, and it's blocked by Darlin. That's a shot clock violation. The Ignite out there right now with a couple of 19-year-olds and a couple of 18-year-olds, along with a 35-year-old vet in Cole. Here's Johnson attacking, misses at the buzzer. Probably the easiest shot he's had tonight, but a great quarter for the G League Ignite. London Johnson with 10 points. Deontay Burton with 7 for the shorthanded stat that Lindsey Harding will not like. The team with 6 turnovers that have turned into 8 points for G League Ignite. And Ignite, the youngster stepping up. London Johnson with 10 points in the early going as Stockton tries to get back-to-back wins against this Ignite program. Ledoux to Burton. And another turnover, the 7th for Stockton. Can be really deflating for a team, especially in a situation where they're shorthanded, to have some of these miscues. That was unforced. The lob to Smith looked like it might have been broken up, but Labissiere made contact, and he's called for a foul. And we'll be watching fouls in this one. Because of Stockton being shorthanded, you can't get into foul trouble. Ledoux has 2 fouls. Labissiere just picked up foul number 2. Darlin had to tie that shoe. Here's Cole. Misses, and a nice rebound by Terrell, who just snatched that away. Burton in attack mode. Ball was knocked away. Good deflection there by Darlin. Johnson to lob. Buzelis gets it to go. I don't know how he did that with some of that contact, but he's able to finish. Impressive job by Buzelis. Here's Stevens. Oh, beautiful cut by Terrell for the bucket. And a nice job by Stevens to find him on that cut. Stevens can pass it. He did a great job of that at the college level. Norris Cole pulls it back out with 5 on the shot clock. Nice to Smith. That's just too easy. Pick and roll action. And the veteran Cole finds the youngster Smith for the bucket. Active defense by the Ignite to start this second quarter. Stevens back rim on that three-point attempt. Shot 40% from 3 last year in college. Buzelis going for a 3. That is no good. Here's Stevens. Good patience, but can't get that one to drop. 34-29. London Johnson had a big first quarter, knocking down 4 of 6. On his way to 10 points. He fakes this time, attacks the big, and he is fouled. Johnson not intimidated. He's listed at 6'3", 181, and he attacked the 7-foot, 283-pound Stevens. So some substitutions for both teams. Jordan Ford back in for the Stockton Kings along with Dane Goodwin. They are out there with Stevens, Burton, and Ledoux as Johnson makes a free throw for 2 points. Ron Holland back into the game after playing 8 minutes in the first quarter. Will Davis also back into the game. Oh, beautiful cut by Ledoux for the buck, the basket. Stevens doing a nice job dishing it out there. Garland, the jumper. Oh, it rattles out. A great look for him. He had the size advantage on Goodwin defending him. Oh, great ball movement, and Stevens is fouled. Ford fired it to Ledoux, who found Stevens on that roll. So Stevens heads to the line to shoot 1 for 2 points.
I got 0. Yeah, I'll check it out.
John Jenkins also back into the game for the Ignite. A 3-point game. Here's Davis. Misses that shot. Tracked down by Stockton. Oh, another nice pass. This time to Goodwin. Out to Burton. Burton loses it on the way up. It slipped from his fingertips. Holland attacking. Missing the shot. Stevens did a great job to stay vertical there. Stevens has really done a nice job moving the ball since checking in. Here's Ledoux is fouled on that drive. Stevens has great size. Could set some screens out there, but the passing's been on display in a major way. He has 3 assists in 8 minutes of work. Shouldn't be a surprise because he averaged almost 3.5 a game, and there's another one! Oh, Stevens is dropping dimes everywhere! Looking like Domantas Sabonis up in Sacramento. Nice work for a player who has not been playing big minutes this year. Cole back to Davis. Good patience, and he's able to score around Stevens on that play. 38-35. Goodwin does not hesitate, misses that shot, and the rebound controlled by Cole. Cole, the jumper, short, and Ford has it. Quickly to Burton. Burton challenging Holland, and great defense by Ron Holland. Great job getting back by Holland, who put on a defensive masterpiece last night in the loss. He had a couple of blocks to go along with 5 steals. Here's Ford, fouled hard in transition. So that'll bring us to a mandatory time. We just lost all the graphics on the big screen, but guess what? They're back. We're good. Let's play ball. Jordan Ford had the free throw line to shoot 1 for 2 points. Jordan Ford in his 2nd season with the Stockton Kings. Grew up in Folsom, California, with the Folsom High School, was the SAC B Player of the Year twice. Led Folsom to consecutive SAC Joaquin Section Division II titles. Of course, was awesome playing college basketball at St. Mary's. Now he's on a 2-way contract with the Sacramento Kings, and we've got an offensive foul. So a turnover, it'll be Kings ball. The craziest thing about Jordan Ford is the fact that he is an expert chess player. Talk about being able to play basketball at a high level. He's doing it professionally. He started playing chess at the age of 4, and he won 2 state titles by the time he was in 2nd grade. He was the youngest chess master at the age of 10. And look at him, launching threes and knocking them in. He can play chess, he can play basketball. My goodness. Jordan Ford with 9 points, and the other way, Almanza attacks, and he is fouled. Ford was talking about how when he was young, learning the game of chess, he was working 30 hours a week when he was 5 years old. Unbelievable. I don't even know how to play chess. So brief delay again as the officials talk to the scores table, but Almanza will go to the free throw line. Shoot 1 for 2. I gave Ford 9 points. He's actually up to 12 points now. 12 points for him in this game. Go along with 2 rebounds, 2 assists. We're tied up at 40 apiece after Almanza hits that free throw. Stevens, oh, another pass. Stevens has 5 assists in 10 minutes. Almanza going to work inside, and a tough look over Stevens. Ledoux to Burton. The three's on the way, and it's in for Deontay. His 2nd triple of the game. He's in double figures with 10. Nice bounce back performance for him. He had 7 points in the win last night. Jenkins launching, missing on that shot attempt. Burton gets the rebound, gets it to Ford, spins, and here comes Ford, showing off his handles, attacking, drawing a foul, and he'll go to the line as Cole picks up the foul for the Ignite. Foul number 2 for Cole. We get some subs. Kalob Ledoux, Chance Comanche, Christian Terrell back into the game. Burton, Ledoux, and Stevens check out. Jake Stevens, the 7-footer, did not play last night, comes in and gives the Kings 4 points, 5 assists in 11 minutes. Ford's free throw rattles out. Kings up by 5. Brendan Johnson. The jumper. No good, and Goodwin comes down with it. We got a technical foul on Terrell. Looked like Terrell and Johnson were kind of going at it after that jumper. Terrell's trying to get an explanation, but he picks up that technical. And Jenkins goes to the line for the technical free throw and misses it. Monis Buzelis back into the game for the Ignite. His first regular season game here in the G League. Lebisier. It's good from beyond the arc. Scow was 0 for 3 before that make. Stockton up by 8. Jenkins battling Terrell. Gets it to Holland. Holland been quiet so far offensively. Buzelis count the shot clock. Oh, nice hesitation, but they call him for a double dribble. .440 to go. Kings trying to get back-to-back wins over this team, and Scow with back-to-back threes for his squad. Up to 6 points. It's next man up tonight. Kings really short-handed, and other guys are stepping up in a big way. Holland finds Jenkins. That three is no good, and Comanche has it. Goodwin from Ford. Misses that one. Stockton with their biggest lead of the game. The handoff. Buzelis the fake from 3. Gets it to Holland. He's taken one tonight. Misses his second attempt from beyond the arc. He's 1 of 5 in this first half. Labissiere fakes the 3. Gets it back to Ford, who launches one of his own. It's in for Jordan Ford. And the Stockton Kings have gotten it going here in the second quarter. They were down after 1 for the Stockton Kings, shooting 52%. They've knocked down 8 triples here in the first half. Ignite struggling a bit here in the second quarter. Shooting has dipped below 40%. They're 4 of 11 from beyond the arc. Holland can get it going fast. Tough pass to Johnson. Nice patience on that jumper. Created some space with Ford defending him. And he gets that one to fall. He's got 14 points in the first half. Labissiere inside the Comanche with the two-hand jam. Labissiere had been red hot from 3. And Buzelis launches a 3. No good. Second chance. Smith, no good. Terrell tracks it down. It was a nice decision by Labissiere to find the open man in Comanche on that last possession. Comanche has it here. Goes to work inside the post. Back out. Terrell to Labissiere. 5 on the shot clock. Ford needs to make something happen. 3's on the way. No good. Labissiere, second chance. Ledoux, floater short. Oh, Comanche went in for the putback, but was unable to get it to go. Johnson misses on that 3-point attempt. His first miss from beyond the arc in this game. Staggered screen for Terrell. They get it inside the Comanche with 10 on the shot clock. Buzelis defending. The turnaround by Comanche. Back rim, no good. And Smith has that rebound. Under 2 minutes to play. And the Ignite will slow things down a bit here. London Johnson. Buzelis driving. And he is fouled by Comanche. That's the first foul of the game for Chance Comanche, and Buzelis will head to the free throw line to shoot 1 for 2. Buzelis played a couple exhibition games in September. They played those games in Vegas against the NBL's Perth Wildcats. In the first game, Modas had 16 points, 5 rebounds. The second game, he had 17 points. But it's been a minute since we have seen him in action, and I know he was eager to get back. They're being really cautious bringing him back, thinking big picture, but he's been ready to go, and here he is making his G League debut tonight. Missed that free throw. 90 seconds to play in this first half. Labissiere. And he is blocked by Buzelis. Using that length, good patience from the youngster. Oh, nice pass. Gilder to Johnson for the flush. 16 points for London Johnson. Ignite hanging around, down a dozen. Ball's knocked away by Buzelis. It'll remain Stockton possession. Ford with 15 points. Finds Labissiere, another three. This one rattles out for Scow. His first miss from beyond the arc in this game. 6 points for him off the bench. London Johnson. Holland is fouled by Christian Terrell. A nice take by Holland, and Terrell checked him a bit there. So Holland heads to the free throw line for the second time tonight. He had 32 points, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, 4 assists, 2 blocks on 12 of 19 shooting last night against the Stockton Kings. And he knocks in that free throw for 2 points. So he is now up to 4 in this first half. A 10-point lead for the Stockton Kings. Some confusion on the play here as Comanche. Here's Scow, who stepped out of bounds on the pass. That's one area you can't be happy with. If you're the Stockton Kings, 10 turnovers. And there's another unforced one on that situation. So shot clock is off. Here's Holland. Getting physical. Working on Goodwin. Attacking. Oh, he's relentless. Ron Holland. Oh, no. We got some chippiness. And Holland and Goodwin were mixing it up. The officials might have to take a look at this one. I don't know what happened, but Holland and Goodwin were back. So Ledoux inbounds to Ford. Let's see if he can get a shot off. He elects not to shoot it. And that brings us to the end of the first half. Got a little chippy at the end, but the Stockton Kings will take an 8-point lead into halftime. It's 56-40. We got 12 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Let's play some basketball. 56-48. Kings beat this G League Ignite team last night here on K-Max 110-103. Trying to get back-to-back wins. These two teams play again later this week in Nevada. Ford gets to Comanche on the short roll. Nice pass out to Goodwin, no good, and Holland soars for that rebound. Holland started to make some noise at the end of the second quarter. 6 points for him in that first half. But he can explode. We saw him for the big game last game as Johnson tried to get a lob to Almanza, but that was well over his head out of bounds. Just the 4th turnover of the game for the Ignite. The Kings, meanwhile, had 10 turnovers, a number that they do not want to repeat here in this second half. Ford to Ledoux. Ledoux driving all the way. That was too easy for Kalob Ledoux, who's up to 13 points. Johnson quickly to Gilder. The drop off to Almanza. And he gets that one to go. Ethan Almanza, the youngster from Spain, has a ton of talent. Speaking of talent, here's Holland off the turnover with the bucket. Deontay Burton, year number 2 for him in Stockton. He got called up and played in Sacramento last year on a 10-day contract. He was also in training camp with the Sacramento Kings. Had some NBA experience with Oklahoma City a few years back as well. Jenkins with the jumper. And Lindsey Harding did not like what she saw in that possession. A quick timeout. 10:09 to go in the third quarter. Kings still lead by 5. Kings up 54 after that timeout by Lindsey Harding. See how Stockton responds out of the timeout. Ledoux, aggressive, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. He went hard at Jenkins, and the official said that was too hard. For Ledoux, that's foul number 3. Jenkins got caught with an elbow a little bit on that. And then a travel called by Almanza as he put the ball on the floor. Turnover number 5 for the Ignite. Here's Bird back to Ford. Nice two-man game. The floater by Ford is good. 17 points for Jordan Ford. Ford off to a great start this season for the Stockton Kings. Almanza gets to the quarter. Jenkins misses. Almanza misses the putback, and Comanche finally gets that rebound. Here's Goodwin, transition short. Comanche has 11 rebounds in the start for the Stockton Kings. Johnson pull-up jumper, and he is shooting that with confidence tonight. Good to see the youngster knocks him down after that slow shooting start last night. Just 1 of 11. Well, tonight, 7 of 11. Comanche misses. Goodwin misses the putback, but Chance puts that one in. Johnson is fouled. So it'll be G League Ignite ball, and you don't like to see that. London Johnson comes up limping. He's going to exit the game. And it looks like he will be headed to the locker room. So we'll keep an eye on that. The last thing they want to see is London Johnson miss any time, especially for a team that's already missing 7 players. Norris Cole, the veteran, checks in his place and fires, missing the three-pointer. Ford to Ledoux. The handoff to Goodwin. Ford has Almanza on him, blows by him, attacking, but nice defense to knock that ball out of bounds. (62-56). The lob on the inbound, you didn't see it was broken up. Gilder gets it to Holland in transition. It was tipped, but Holland tracked it down and jammed it home. On the last inbound, it was a lob to Comanche that was broken up by the Ignite. Great defense. Here's Ledoux. Good defensive effort by the Ignite here on that possession. Oh, what a block. Almanza rejects that shot, and that's a great block because it gets him the ball. Here's Holland, the crossover, the drive. No good, and he's looking around, wanting a whistle. Burton the other way. Ball's deflected. Here's Burton, the lob. Comanche, too high for him, broken up. The Kings had the numbers advantage on that possession too, and they were not able to get a good shot off. Jake Stevens is going to check back into this game in place of Chance Comanche. Stevens, a productive stint in that first half. 4 points, 5 assists. Tyler Smith is back into the game, and for Almanza. Almanza, by the way, 6 points, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks. Moves really well defensively, too. Holland, aggressive defense, rips it from Ford and jams it home with authority. Holland looked like a vet. Just absolutely ripped it away from Ford and jams it on the other end. The Ignite with some nice defense the last couple of possessions. Oh, and look at the recovery. It was knocked away, but count the basket. Holland was trying to navigate around screens. Ledoux did a great job moving without the ball. And Holland did everything he could to knock that shot away. What an effort. 64-60. The jumper from Smith, no good. And Ron Holland showing some impressive tools out there. And how about Burton on that drive? Nice finish. He's up to 12 points. Nice scoop to the hoop. Goodwin checks out. Christian Terrell back into the game for the Stockton Kings. Jenkins wide open. You can't leave him. Jenkins knocks down his first three, but he had 6 3-pointers in last night's loss. If he gets going, it could be a problem. It's now a 3-point game, 66-63. Stevens fires a bullet to the corner, but Terrell stepped out of bounds. Turnover number 15 for the Stockton Kings. They had 10 in the first half. G-League Ignite battling in Stockton. Second half of back-to-back. Norris Cole in his second game. Elbow jumper, no. Stevens grabs that rebound. The outlet to Ledoux, but how about Gilder being aggressive? Nice defense, and Ledoux picks up the foul. A tough one for him. That's his 4th. So Scal Labissiere immediately goes to the scorer's table to check in. And Ledoux's not happy about it, as he picked up foul number 4. Labissiere checks in for Burton, and Goodwin is in after a brief rest for Ledoux. Nice pump fake by Gilder, attacking, scooping, contact. He is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 1 for 2. Nice job by Gilder. Stevens left his feet. He didn't need to. He's got to remember, he is 7 foot. He can contest that shot. Gilder's free throw's good, and we are now at a 1-point game, 66-65. Some backcourt pressure. Ignite trying to make Stockton work. Undermanned on the second half of back-to-back. And now they're getting into their offense late. Here's Ford. Gets by Holland. The drive and kick. Labissiere. No good from 3. And Holland has that rebound. He could be the #1 pick in the 2024 draft. And Gilder hits the jumper. He's in double figures. 11 points for him to go along with 5 dimes, 4 rebounds, and the Ignite take the lead. Good response by the Ignite. And a whistle, a foul is called. Stockton led by 14 points. And a nice battle back by the Ignite. Ron Holland checks out. He's played 25 minutes tonight. Into the game in his place, Modest Buzelis, who's playing his first game with the G-League Ignite. Another player projected to be one of the top picks in the draft. And a nice job by George Ford on that bucket. to give Stockton the lead back. He has 19 points. Smith to Buzelis. Played 12 minutes in that first half. Cole, tough drive, knocked away. Good defense by Stockton. Goodwin was there, and here comes Terrell. Terrell in transition to Goodwin. Labissiere for three. It's in for Skal Labissiere. His third triple of this game, and Stockton takes a 4-point lead. London Johnson had 18 points before leaving this game early here in the second half. He went back to the locker room, looked like it might have been a right ankle situation for him. No word on his status at the moment. Buzelis out of the timeout. Jumper is short. Second chance opportunity. Here's Jenkins attacking. And nice defense by Labissiere to block that shot. Terrell with the spin to four. Transition three is in. What a sequence for the Stockton Kings. It all started with Labissiere and help on the block, and Ford buries it from beyond the arc. His 4th-3 of the game. 74-67. Smith. His three is no good. G League ignites 5 of 16 from 3-point range. Smith and Stevens battling, and Smith picks up a foul, his second. Here's Terrell with the drive. A lot of contact underneath. No good. Buzelis in transition. Attacking Labissiere. Nice finish. He went all the way on that play. Here's Stevens to Labissiere. No good, but Labissiere tips in his own miss. (76-69). Skal with 9 points, making it 11 points off the Kings bench tonight. Skal in his first stint with the Stockton Kings, but has been part of the Kings organization. In fact, he started his NBA career with the Kings, played 148 games in the league. The jumper from Smith, short. Oh, and look who flies in for the putback. It's Buzelis. He's up to 9 points in his first G League game. Goodwin. The drive and kick. Labissiere almost lost it. He launches a three. No good. The Ignite hanging around. Gilder gets it to Smith. Back to Gilder. Nearly slips. Oh, how did he do that? What a finish. He slipped, attacked, and somehow finished with the bucket. Unbelievable move by him. And the Ignite have cut it to three. Jordan Ford checks out after the foul by Tyler Smith. Deontay Burton back in for the Stockton Kings. Here's Jake Stevens. Good patience underneath, and yeah, I saw Smith was hanging on to the net. You can't do that. So the basket is good. And then there's an unsportsmanlike technical for hanging on to that net. 78-73, so Stevens will shoot the technical. And he misses it. So the G League Ignite, 0-8 this year. The Stockton Kings do not want that first win to come against them on their home floor. Buzelis for three. No good. That's short. And it'll go to Stockton. Here's Terrell driving. Good ball movement. Burton fakes the three. Oh, a little crossover. Gets to Stevens. He's got the size advantage here, but Gilder, look at that play defensively. Oh, Gilder. Unbelievable defense on that possession, going up against a 7-footer on that play and forcing a turnover. That's big-time stuff by Gilder, who's listed at 6'4". And he just knocked that ball away in the post. What a battle. Buzelis attacking. Oh, nice touch, and he gets the shooter's roll. A nice play by Modest Buzelis, who's now in double figures. Little step back floater. 78-75. Goodwin, contested three, no good. Second chance opportunity for Stockton. They have 9 offensive rebounds in this game. Terrell, shot clock winding down. That ball is knocked away by Smith. Buzelis to Cole to beat the buzzer. Wait, we got a whistle and a travel. With 1/10 of a second to go. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. We got a fun game. It's a 3-point game. Kings hanging on to that 3-point advantage. It's 78-75. The Kings quarter, and they were outscored 27-22. As this Ignite team looking for their first win of the season, we are underway in the fourth. A 3-point game, and some good news. London Johnson has returned. He left the game in the third quarter. Looked like he hurt his ankle, but he's back in there, and that's a good thing for the Ignite. He leads them in scoring with 18 points, but a turnover to start the quarter for the Ignite. They've done a good job taking care of the rock. They have 7 turnovers in the game. So Stevens at the elbow, trying to get to Jordan Ford. Kings getting their offense late on this possession. Ford's got to create. Here's Burton attacking, short on that attempt. So a tough possession to open the fourth quarter for the Stockton Kings. These two teams play again next week in Nevada on Tuesday. Here's Holland. What an impressive take. Tremendous strength. He can take a hit and still finish without a problem. He's up to 14 points. He's starting to heat up a bit in the second half for the G League Ignite. 1-point game. Ball's loose. It's deflected and knocked out of bounds. It'll be Ignite possession. Here's Holland. Has the ball knocked away by Burton. They utilize some clock here. Holland eyes the shot clock, pulls it back out with 7, wants a screen. He's launching a 3. That's confidence, but it's about a foot short. Second chance, though. Almanza has it. Now the Johnson, that's a shot clock violation. It did not reset after the air ball. You like the confidence from Holland to take that shot. He did not attempt a 3 in the game last night. He's 0 for 3 tonight, shooting 22% on the season. And Stevens well off on the 3-pointer. Here's Johnson. Now to Holland. Oh, the crossover. Ball's knocked away, and it goes off the Ignite. It'll be Kings ball. Nice job by Goodwin to knock that ball off Holland on the drive. So a couple of turnovers in the first 2 minutes of this quarter for the Ignite. And Norris Cole picks up a foul as he was defending forward. Norris Cole in his second game with the G League Ignite, battling forward on that possession. And I love Norris Cole. 35 years old. Now playing in the Ignite as one of these vets. And, you know, he's played for Miami, New Orleans, OKC in the NBA. He hasn't played in the NBA since the 16-17 season, but he's been overseas. 360 games of NBA experience, and he brings some veteran leadership to this young squad. Last year, that role was filled by many vets, including Pooh Jeter, who finally retired and is now coaching with the Blazers. And a three ball is good for Will Davis. Born and raised in Sacramento, and he's got some family in attendance at this game, and they see him knock down the three-pointer to give his team a 2-point lead. Played at Sac High before moving to New Hampshire, and then played at UC Irvine as Ledoux scores it. Lead goes back to Stockton. Now tied up at 80 on that possession. Ledoux with 17 points. Nice pass by Stevens again. He's up to 8 assists. Tremendous passing by the 7-footer. Here's Johnson. The pass to Holland. 5 on the shot clock. Holland driving. What a finish. Ron Holland. The man's move. 16 points for him. I don't know how he finished that. Lead back to the Ignite. We got a close one with under 9 to play. Good defense. Almanza causes a turnover. Stockton's 19th turnover of this game. London Johnson, 19 years old. He is out there with Norris Cole, Ron Holland, who's 18. Almanza, who's 18. And here's Johnson being physical, finishing with the left, and he's fired up. He's got 20 points. A nice play. Goodwin battled, but it wasn't enough. A strong finish by Johnson. A 4-point lead for the Ignite. And that is another turnover for the Stockton Kings. Turnover number 20. They had 10 in the first half. And that brings us to a timeout. 7:43 to go. This young Ignite team battling. The Stockton Kings have 8 players tonight. They are battling. So what it's about, competition, as all these players are trying to get to the next level. Combination of young players, combination of vets. Got a lot of experience out on the floor. This is valuable experience for young guys like Ron Holland, who has the ball now at the elbow. 7 on the shot clock. Gets it to Davis, who's called for a travel. Ten turnovers in the game for the Ignite, 20 for the Stockton Kings. It's really the difference in this game. The Ignite have scored 24 points off 20 Stockton turnovers. Comanche into the game. Ledoux has it. Gets to Burton. Burton in attack mode, look out. Oh, Deontay Burton. He does it every game. Incredible finish by Burton. Looked like he might have gone up for a jam instead. An incredible finish. He's got 14 points. Jenkins is wide open for 3. It's in. Oh, John Jenkins from beyond the arc. And a nice find by London Johnson. '85, 84. Burton again. Looks like the score on the big screen might be off. Looks like they're just fixing it. It's 87-85. Halfway through this fourth quarter, London Johnson with 20. Had to get that one off. No good. If that would have went in, it would have been his night. (87-85), a 2-point lead for the Ignite. Cole's out there with Smith, Johnson, Jenkins, and Almanza. Ford to Comanche, tough pass, knocked away, but they're going to call a foul on Smith. Chance Comanche with a handoff to Dane Goodwin. Goodwin. Nice defense by Almanza. Great contest. Comanche second chance, no. Tipped around. Another rebound for Comanche. He's up to 14 or maybe 15 after that possession. Shot clock reset. Ledoux. The lob broken up, but somehow that ball goes in. A fortunate bounce, but it worked out. Comanche got his hand on that to score the basket. He's got 6 points, 15 rebounds. Cole, tough pass. That's kicked as he tried to feed it to Almanza. We're tied up at 87 apiece. 5:03 to go. And Ron Holland is back into the game, checking in for Almanza. Holland has 16 points. Scored 32 last night. Oh, Jenkins loses that ball. So turnovers were not much of an issue for the Ignite for most of this game. But here in this fourth quarter, it's been a problem. They're up to 6 in the quarter. Ford all the way. No, it hung on the rim. No good, but Cole's looking to push. Cole, the drop-off feed. Smith is fouled by Comanche. A nice push by Cole to collapse the defense, and Comanche tried his best not to knock Smith, but he did, so Smith heads to the free throw line to shoot 1 for 2. First trip to the free throw line for Smith. It's in for 2 points, 89-87. Here's Comanche. Oh, an aggressive take. Count the basket. He flexes on him. So Comanche will go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. And he does. A double-double for Chance Comanche in the start for the Kings. He has 11 points and 15 rebounds. Also a couple of blocks. Most importantly, the Kings with a 1-point lead, 90-89. Gilder. Jenkins. 5 on the shot clock. Smith turns it over. The 7th turnover of this fourth quarter for the Ignite. Burton to Ford. The 3 is off. Comanche battled for that rebound, but it goes off his hands. It'll be Ignite ball. .89, 3:54 to play. I'm Deuce Mason, flying solo tonight. My broadcast partner, Morgan Reagan, not here. She's in Sacramento, getting ready to cover Kings Nuggets. Out of timeout, Almanza, the 18-year-old from Spain. The handoff to Johnson. Turnovers have been an issue here for the Ignite in the fourth. Nearly turned over by Hall, and he stays with it. It's knocked away by Burton, and he'll stay with the Ignite. Nice defense by Burton. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and another turnover on the inbound. Here's Chance Comanche attacking. Ball's knocked away. And it's a turnover for Stockton. Oh, that is so tough. Chance with some nice defense, but great transition help by Gilder. And the Stockton Kings have turnover number 21. Here's Holland attacking and finishing with the left hand. He's up to 18 points, and the Ignite take a 1-point lead. Oh, I love it. We got a close one in Stockton. So good to have basketball back on K-Max. Burton, 3's on the way. It's in for Deontay. 20 points for Deontay Burton and a big 3 to give Stockton a 2-point lead. Their 12th 3-ball of the night. Johnson trying to answer with a 3 of his own. Rattles out, and Burton tracks down the rebound. The Stockton Kings have to play disciplined basketball here late. They've had major turnover issues in this game with 20. And that one nearly turned over. Burton tracks it down late in the shot clock for Ledoux. He launches, misses that going badly, and it'll be G League Ignite ball. So not a good possession there by the Stockton Kings with 2:14 to go. The Ignite are alive. Ignite 0-8 on the season. They would love to leave Stockton and head home with a win. Gilder, nice feed. Johnson loses the ball. And he's called for a travel. Man, Jason Hart dealing with the growing pains with a young team. This G League Ignite team did a great job with just 6 turnovers through 3 quarters. They have 9 here in the fourth. It's all learning experience for this squad, and they're still alive. Here's Holland in transition. He is tripped up. Oh, and he is... looks like he's in some pain after being tripped up by Burton. And he does get up. He plays with such force. He was getting out fast, and Burton bumped him. 1:39 to play, a 2-point lead for the Stockton Kings. London Johnson with a bounce-back game. Holland's open for 3, and he airballs it. Tough look for him. But these are the experiences a young player needs. Got to fight through this adversity. They've done a good job of dealing with that. Here's Burton. Misses, and Holland has the rebound. 1:15 to play. Holland finds Jenkins. He launches. Misses the 3. Second chance. Gilder. He's patient underneath and scores it. We're tied at 93. Admon Gilder with a big basket to tie this up. 15 points for him. Here's Ford. Ford misses it. And who comes up with it? Ron Holland under a minute to play. It's 93-93. Second night of a back-to-back. 6 on the shot clock. Holland with the drive. There's contact. There's a foul called. Count the basket. Ron Holland went strong. Shot clock winding down. And it's good. Holland with a big free throw, 96-93. G-League Ignite trying to hold on so they can get their first win of the year. Ford wasting no time. The lob. No! Ignite have it. Shot clock is off. They're going to try to force a turnover, but Goodwin's got a foul, and Jenkins will go to the free throw line. And because it's under 2 minutes to play, we go to traditional free throw rules, so Jenkins heads to the free throw line to shoot 2. And that's a big one there. 97-93. And they both drop. 17.3 to go. Timeout. The Ignite with a 5-point lead. So, 21 points in the game. 15 of those here in the second half. So 17.3 to go. Ledoux is out there with Burton, Comanche, Goodwin, and Ford. Here's Goodwin. Gets it to Ford. Ford trying to create space. Burton measures. Tough three is on the way. No good. And Almanza with the rebound. And Ledoux fouls Jenkins, and a sense of relief for this Ignite program. They have dealt with so many injuries. 7 players missing tonight. They missed 8 last night. They have had games where they've given up 150 or more twice. They've been allowing 128 points a game this season, but the last couple of nights, they have shown some resiliency to battle through. And this Stockton Kings team, shorthanded, missing a lot of guys, are going to fall short with 5.1 to go. 100-93. A timeout to advance the ball. This Kings team had just 8 players tonight. And too many mistakes in this one for the Kings will fall below 500. Goodwin launching to beat the buzzer, missing, and that'll do it. Ron Holland grabs the rebound. And the G-League Ignite get their first win of the season. They beat the Kings here in Stockton 100-90.